Boots on the ground, putting it down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stock Scoop. I'm Mickey Dee. This is the home of the baby knockout, where our baby knockouts knock out the stock market competition. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining me. Today is a big weekend. It's a big weekend because at the end of the week, stocks took a crapper, right? But what didn't go down is our baby knockouts. For the most part, we made money while the stock market awesome. This is what I was telling Tom Lee. This is what I was telling John Nigerian at the conference there in Vegas several years ago. You guys remember when I interviewed Tom Lee and he said, "Make sure you get your scoop." You guys don't remember that? That's a little while back. But I told those guys we're gonna have a uranium squeezuple. And what's that mean? Mickey D, what are you talking about? Well, the uranium stocks are going to decouple from the ordinary market, which is going to the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow. They're all going to go down, where our uranium stocks with our uranium squeeze supple is going to go up. Yeah, well, we can thank a lot of people for that this week, but we had a phenomenal week. Bull markets everywhere. It's great. Gold and silver. It's not bad, not bad. Okay, all right. Anyway, it's all good, ladies and gentlemen, all good. Yeah, I've been putting some. A friend of mine, he told me, Mickey D, you should put some of your stuff on TikTok and that stuff, other social medias. And I have, but some of the comments I'm getting, not comments, but some of the stuff I'm getting is, I didn't. I'm I'm old enough to be your daddy. But I guess for some of y'all that don't matter. I'm talking about the ladies. I'm talking about the ladies. It's all good. It's all good. That's not my field. I'm happily married and I don't, but that don't stop people nowadays. What did one lady say? She said, I don't want to tell you what some of them people said, but she said that anyway. Uh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Our squeezuple is alive and well. Let's get back on point here, Mickey D. Get back on point. Uranium is going higher with the 80 or so dollar spot price. It's jumped up a little bit. Things are doing well. It goes up a little bit, and what happens to our stocks? They go up a lot because we have that leverage, man. And we're doing I'll show you some charts here in a second. But what's happened with not only uranium has been affected by this, but the Chinese have said no mas to 5 more rare earths and critical minerals that they've been withholding now. This brings them up to like 12, 10, 11, 12, I believe, 12 or 13 or so that they're now withholding from the West. Now that goes a long way. These guys, all these things have all these crazy different names, and I had a list somewhere of all these. I can't pronounce half of these names. Half of you guys can't pronounce any, but let me try it anyway. Okay, there's of course the ones that affect the EVs and all that. There's uh, praseodymium, right? That's one that's out there. The lighting, the EVs, and all that stuff. Then there's cerium, cerium, cerium. Got that one, huh? That's dealing with the flat screen TVs and all that stuff, all the lighting and all the electronics and all that stuff. We need all that stuff, guys. Uh, Lithium, we need that stuff too. I've triced up all these names and stuff. Neodymium, I triced that name up too. We need EVs and all that stuff. Samarium, that's another one. We need. I'll tell you though, our number one antimony out there is doing very, very well. We were on it early at 98 cents, and it's doing very, very well. Our number one tungsten is doing very, very well also. Our number one scandium is doing very, very well also. And our number one that we have, our number one processor, it's processing it's doing well, let alone some of the others that were in uranium that are starting to bring over their rare earth component. Or they were in gold and silver and they're starting to bring over their rare earth component. Some of them are legitimate, some of them are just blowing smoke. You guys know that. That's the way it goes, man. Some blow smoke. But anyway, we're going to take a look at some of these charts. And you guys, I want you guys to tell me what time it is because a lot of people lost money this week, especially at the end of the week. But we seem to have weathered the storm, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how long that lasts here. Let's take a look at some of these charts. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe here. Chemical is going going bonkers for us, and we're loving it, man. We're loving it. Chemical is like killing it, but from bottom left to upper right. But can we correct and come down to this 50? Can we come back down to 80 or so? Yes, easy, easy. We can come back down here, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely went uh, up. We had a high at the weekly high. It was an all-time high. We got up to 91.58, ladies and gentlemen, up here, 91.58. So it was really, really good stuff there. Good stuff. What about with our sticking with our uranium squeeze upple? Let's look at next gen for a second here. Next gen is going to be here. I hope you guys saw Chemico. Next gen, once again, next gen. What are we doing? Next gen. We can come down. We can come down next gen. Looks like it wants to trade sideways anyway, but it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good with next gen. What about? Let me get this straight here. That's next gen. What about? Let's go. Energy fuels, which actually touched $22 this week. Energy fuels, killing it. Touched 22 away. Energy fuels. Wow. Taking off, ladies and gentlemen. Taking off. Doing its thing. Vertical. Look at energy fuels. You know, we like energy fuels. They're they're a baby knockout that is a hold for a very very long time. Not a hold forever because we sold a lot of it twice when it got up to $10. But we said we are going to hold off this time, and we were going to definitely go for the ride here. What about uranium energy UEC? That baby is also doing very very well. Look at it. Uh, Bottom left, we like it when they go to the upper right. And on the upper right, ladies and gentlemen, we can't expect anything more than that from these babies. What about Anfield? You know what happened to Anfield this week? Anfield Energy. Anfield's doing very very well. Anfield uh, got approval, mine approval, got a permit approved. Yeah, sure did. And they're going to do very, very well also. Anfield, original baby knockout. Anfield Energy is doing its thing, man, doing its thing, which is very, very good. We love Anfield Energy. What about Denison Mines? Huh? What about good old baby knockout Denison Mines? Uh, we love it. Bottom left, upper right is where we end up, ladies and gentlemen. We might do some sideways trading. It might be not a bad idea for these stocks to pull back a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. We'll see if they pull back a little bit, and we'll just see how they cooperate. We'll see how they cooperate. What about one more? What about Encore Energy here? We expect Encore to do well also. It's had some challenges, but it seems like it's back on track, ladies and gentlemen. As it trades above its 200-day moving average, and it's rolling. The uranium squeeze-upple is alive and well. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at some rare earths real quick here. Look at MP Materials. Let's look at MP. What's it doing right now? It's doing fairly well. MP's doing its thing. It's doing very well right now. It did touch uh, 80. I believe it was 84 today, late in the day. 84.92 was his high today. So we like that. We like the company a little bit. I visited them a little while back, and the hunger. I made the comment that they weren't as hungry as some of the companies that I've been to before, but we'll see. What about Ramaco also doing their thing in the rare earth area? They've got the mine going. They were about $11 or so when we first visited them, and now they're pretty high. They touched almost 50 today, almost just about 50, 49, 50 or so. They were right there on it, ladies and gentlemen. What about the? Let's take a look at the Vanex Rare Strategic, the ETF, which is doing very well. You remember ETF? It was like $15, and excuse me, like $15. I did a video on it. It was, look at it now, but I don't like the candle at the end of the week. Very bearish at the end of the week. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, bearish. Let's take a look at a couple baby knockouts in gold and silver. Why not? Let's look at Avino real quick. Avino looks like it wants to trade sideways, but it's way up. Avino's way up, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like he wants to do a little sideways trading on us. We'll see what next week brings with Avino. Also, let's look at Dolly Varden here. Uh, let's look at Dolly Varden. There's a couple of them, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a peek at Dolly Varden. Looks like it is correcting a little bit, and we expect it to go back up because we expect the price of gold and silver to go back up, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we expect. But anyway, let's turn this thing around. You're having a wonderful time with your family. Let's turn this thing around. Great things, ladies and gentlemen. I see great things in store for us as we trade our uranium squeeze uple along with our gold and silver stocks and our rare earths, which seem to be leading the way a little bit. There's some good things happening out there. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, about my voice a little bit, with a little tea helps, a little hot tea. But we're solid. Stay the course, ladies and gentlemen. Look at your baby knockout newsletter. There's one stock in there. Guys, the guy was laughing at, we traded out a stock that was up 80% for the year because it was too slow for some of you guys. And we put it in with a stock that has gone up 150% in like a month. So some of these stocks are moving really fast, especially some of those CEOs that we give a second chance. You guys, I live in America. America is a second chance country. Look at, we have the president now. He's got another chance to be president again. He won again. And America is about winners. I don't know if he's winning right now, but he won. So let's see where it goes. Let's see where things go. And this is a second chance CEO that's making the most of it. And you guys know I follow a lot of these CEOs. And sometimes when they get a second chance, they do a very good job because they learned from their first that other shot, the other companies, and they made mistakes. But this CEO seems to have it together. And right now, at 150% or so in a month, after we kind of gave him the little get your act together talk, the come to Jesus speech to a CEO, get your is together. Uh, oh boy is on it. He's on it. But anyway, that's not why he's on it. But I'm just saying we do that from time to time. Anyway, love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Stay the course, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be good. Don't worry about it. The uranium squeeze-upple is alive and well at $80 spot price or so, 80, a little over 80 for the long term. We're doing well as the price. You know what's going on right now. There's a lot of it is just political. They're hauling people in. You know what's going on in America. That's we don't need to talk about that. Anyway, when you're looking for strength, guidance, ladies and gentlemen, looking for love, look up. That's where you're going to find it. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Have a wonderful, wonderful trading week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday. Happy Sunday. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your time, ladies and gentlemen, while you're off, because next week is going to be another great week of trading baby knockouts.